Have you ever considered the unsung power of silence in communication? Often we're so caught up in expressing ourselves that we forget the profound impact of silence. But there are moments, 10 in particular, where silence isn't just an absence of noise, but a tool, a way to navigate the world more effectively. These are instances where withholding words can foster understanding, calm conflicts, show empathy, and even guide better decision-making. Join us as we explore these fascinating situations where silence truly is golden. First up, it's advisable to stay silent when you're angry. Anger, like a thick fog, can cloud the clarity of your thoughts, pushing you towards hasty words or actions that you might later regret. In the heat of anger, your brain often jumps to conclusions or reacts impulsively, risking damage to relationships and reputations. Taking a moment of silence allows the fog of emotion to clear, paving the way for more thoughtful and constructive responses. So, the next time you're seeing red, perhaps try seeing silence instead. Secondly, silence is a wise choice during heated arguments. In the throes of an emotional exchange, it's easy to let passions overrun reason. By choosing to remain silent, one can allow a moment for tempers to cool and for rational thought to re-enter the conversation. This pause not only prevents the situation from escalating, but also opens the door to more constructive dialogue. Remember, sometimes the most powerful response is not to react. When the heat rises, cool it down with a dose of silence. Next, should you speak when you're unsure? The answer is no. When we lack certainty, it's easy to fall into the trap of speculation or assumption. But this can lead to misinformation, confusion, and hasty, ill-informed decisions. Instead, embracing silence in these moments can give us the space to gather our thoughts, seek more information, and make a more informed judgment later on. Thus, silence becomes a tool for fostering understanding and making better decisions. Remember, silence is a virtue, especially when certainty is absent. Fourth on our list is staying silent when facing criticism. Criticism can be tough to swallow, but silence can be a powerful tool in these situations. Instead of reacting defensively, which is often our first instinct, silence allows us to process and reflect on the feedback we've received. It gives us a chance to separate the wheat from the chaff, to discern constructive advice from mere negativity. This pause can lead to growth and improvement rather than regrettable, heat-of-the-moment responses. So the next time criticism comes your way, let silence be your shield. Fifth, it's crucial to stay silent when supporting someone who is grieving. In the echoes of loss, words often fall short. Silence, on the other hand, becomes a canvas upon which the bereaved can project their feelings. It's a gentle nod, an unspoken acknowledgement of their pain, without the pressure to respond or the burden of consolation. This quiet presence allows them to navigate their emotions at their own pace, feeling supported yet free. In times of grief, sometimes silence speaks louder than words. Sixth, silence is a powerful tool during negotiations. The quiet moments can build a pressure that encourages the other party to reveal more than they might have initially planned. Silence can make them second-guess their position, leading them to offer concessions they wouldn't have otherwise. It's a subtle psychological tactic, but a potent one, creating a space for the other person to fill with information, doubts, or compromises. It's a dance of words and pauses, where silence can lead and words follow. In negotiations, remember, silence can be your secret weapon. Seventh, staying silent is advised when resisting the temptation of gossip. In the whirlwind of daily interactions, gossip can seem like just another way to bond with peers. However, engaging in it can erode trust and spread misinformation. By choosing silence over participation, you safeguard relationships and foster an environment of respect. Silence in this context acts not as a barrier, but as a bridge to deeper, more genuine connections. Resist gossip with the potent power of silence. Eighth, silence is advisable in moments of self-doubt. In these quiet times, the mind becomes a canvas, painted with thoughts and feelings. Silence isn't just a lack of noise, it's a sanctuary for introspection. Here in the stillness, one can listen to the quieter, often wiser voice of self-reflection. This voice helps sift through the chaos of doubt, allowing clarity and confidence to emerge. It's in these silent moments that we often find the answers we've been seeking, hidden beneath the tumult of our uncertainties. In self-doubt, let silence be your companion. Ninth, it's wise to embrace silence before making big decisions. In the quiet moments, away from the noise of everyday life, our thoughts can arrange themselves unimpeded. Silence acts as a canvas, allowing the mind to paint a clearer picture of the options and their potential outcomes. It's in these periods of stillness that intuition whispers and logic speaks more clearly. This pause is not about indecision, but about equipping oneself with the clarity necessary for those pivotal choices in life. Before making big decisions, let silence guide your thought process. And finally, 10th, stay silent when others are sharing their personal experiences. This silence is a mark of respect and understanding. It allows the speaker to express themselves fully, without interruption or judgment. This act of listening without interjecting sends a powerful message that you value their words and experiences. It's not always about having something to say. Sometimes it's about creating a safe space for others to say what's on their mind. When others share, let your silence show your care. That wraps up our list of 10 situations where silence is indeed golden. In the dance of dialogue, silence often plays a critical role, not just filling gaps, but creating space for understanding and reflection. From cooling down heated arguments to enhancing empathy during grief, the power of staying silent cannot be overstated. It's a tool that, when used wisely, can prevent misunderstandings, deepen relationships, and even give us the upper hand in negotiations. Remember, in communication, knowing when to stay silent can be as powerful as knowing what to say.